guys. I'm back again. Definitely didn't post 3 days a week last week. Sorry. I actually forgot that I need to sit back. I actually forgot that the week I started filming was midterm week, so I had a lot of studying to do. Filming just wasn't gonna happen. So, I promise I'm not this consistent with everything in life. I'll get there eventually. I'll definitely try really hard, but I'm gonna stop playing with my hair. Definitely try really hard to start posting Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or I don't know, or Tuesday, Thursday. It just kind of depends, because on Wednesdays, a lot of the times, okay, so like I have class Tuesdays and Thursdays, and a lot of the time I procrastinate and wait until Wednesday night to do my homework, so I don't know. We'll just see. I'm gonna try and post 3 days a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, maybe Tuesday, Thursday. Wow, this is great. I'm not sure yet. We'll just try and figure it out and then let you guys know. But for today's video, I'm going to be doing college tips or things I wish I knew when I started college. I'm now a senior in college, so yeah. These are just, I don't know, 5 tips I wish I knew when I started. Would have made my life a lot easier. Yeah, so without further ado, let's just get started. So, I was gonna say, rule number 1. Tip number 1, record lectures. There have been so many times, like, before, so, okay, back up. I didn't start recording lectures until my junior year of college. And I wouldn't say record lectures for every class. I would say record lectures for the classes that you're like, oh, yeah, I have no idea what this class is about, or like the material in that unit's just really difficult, because it is really nice to be able to go back and, oh, I was really afraid this wasn't filming. Oh my god. It was really nice to be able to go back and look and listen to the lectures, because a lot of times I would write down things that my professor would say, but it was just like simple stuff just to like get it down quick before he moved on to the next thing, and I would go back and read my notes and I'd be like, I have no idea what this means, like what he was talking about. So I started recording lectures, especially for, like, I took anatomy and, or no, it was human, I don't know, it was some anatomy class that I took that I started recording lectures for, because the class, it was the first class I had where he didn't do a PowerPoint. A lot of professors, when you get into like the 300 level, 400 level classes, they stop doing PowerPoints. It's just strictly lecture. So recording lectures on your phone, you can buy a recorder, but if you have a phone, I just do it on my phone, have been really helpful. Because a lot of times I would just get so confused, and taking an anatomy class that you have to learn a lot of material very quickly. Dude, my hair itches. Taking an anatomy class where you have to learn a lot of stuff really quickly is really difficult if you are not a fast writer, because I'm not a fast writer. Tip number 2, don't write down everything on the PowerPoint. If your professor uses PowerPoints, this was mostly in my like 102 level, sometimes my 300 level courses, like the lower ones. Professors would have PowerPoints. on their PowerPoints, most of them either read off the PowerPoint and there's just a crap ton of information, or there's just like no information on the PowerPoint whatsoever. My suggestion, don't write down everything on the PowerPoint. I did that a lot in my first 2 years of college, just because I'd always done that throughout school. I never like knew otherwise. And then one day I had a class with my boyfriend. I can't remember what it was, and he was like, what are you doing? Like, why are you writing down all that stuff? Like, you're never gonna remember all that. And I was like, yeah, well, I mean, like, that's what I've always done, and it's just nice to have all the notes and know that I have all the notes. It's like peace of mind. But he was like, but what you don't realize is he's like talking and not talking about the stuff that's on the PowerPoint. He was talking about stuff that was related to the PowerPoint, but it was more important sometimes than what was on the PowerPoint. So just make sure that if you are gonna write everything down, that make sure you listen too. It's nearly impossible. I mean, it's not impossible, but it's really difficult to listen to what they're saying and being focused on writing everything down. Don't write everything down. Listen to what they're saying. Record the lecture in a class that's difficult for you. Record the lectures in all the classes if you want. That's what I do. I just record them in all the classes, and then if I realize that they're like not important, then I just go back and like write in the like title, like not super important, don't keep, it's just better to have it than not to have it. Don't write everything down. You'll end up paying more attention to writing things down and not listening to the material that your professor's talking about. And then you'll just get even more behind. So, yeah, that's not what you want at college. So, third tip, sign up for classes when sign up opens. Last year, I signed up for classes like 2 weeks before. No, it was like a month before they opened. Sign-ups had been open for like 2 or 3 months at that point, and I got the worst classes. I got in the classes that were basically all electives, just because like I couldn't get into any of the classes that I like actually like needed for my degree because I signed up so late. Like, don't wait. Especially if you go to like a big college or university, don't wait. Even though like the first day a lot of people sign up for classes and it literally you have to sit there for like an hour or two before you even like can talk to your advisor about signing up. Don't wait for classes. Just wait the 1 to 2 hours that you have to, because if you wait, you'll get stuck in either elective classes or like you won't have, like if you have to be full-time in school, I ran into problems where they had just had to like throw me in classes because I waited so long to sign up and all the classes were taken. And like last year, first semester, I waited so long that I just got thrown in like random classes and they just had to like make it work so I was full-time. So it's just not pleasant. So please sign up for classes when sign up opens. Don't be like me and be lazy and just like put it off, because that's just never good. Fourth tip, wait until the first day of class to rent or buy your textbooks unless you're in an online class. If you're in an online class, you will use the textbook. Well, every online class I've had, you use textbooks. If you're face-to-face class, wait to buy the book unless your professor emails you and says to buy it or something. I mean, I've never had a professor like that, but I have always waited to buy them because my sophomore year of college, I didn't wait and I bought all of them like in advance, and every single time over, not every single time, but like over half the time I didn't even use all the textbooks that I bought. So it was just literally like wasted money, and it was really irritating. So please wait to buy your textbooks unless your professor emails you and says otherwise. Unless you have an online class, wait to buy your textbook. Otherwise, you're just going to be wasting money. Tip number 5 kind of goes along with tip 4. Sell back your textbooks, or at least sell them to like Amazon or something. If you sell them back to the school, you'll get like $20 for it, which is stupid because you spend like $100. Like I spent like $150 on a book, and I sold it back to the school, and I got like $20 for it. I think that's so stupid, but I've heard selling your books to Amazon is really good. You get more money doing it that way, so do that. Because otherwise you'll just have a bunch of random textbooks sitting around. Unless, like, so I've ran into problems where like a lot of my classes overlap, and they either use the same textbook, or I wish I had that textbook to reference. That would be the only case where like I wouldn't sell them back. I usually rent, which kind of sucks because sometimes I again run into the problems where I use the same textbook. I use the same textbook for like 4 different classes, and I didn't realize it, and I had to rent it every single time because I just like didn't look. I held off buying books until the last minute, like the first day of class, and they were like, well, you need them by next week, and I'm, what the okay, like, great. And then I would realize that it was the same textbook that I had used the semester before. So I don't know, sometimes it's better to buy textbooks that way. If you have a class that uses the same one, you don't have to buy it again. But that doesn't happen very often unless it's like my degree is like a science-based degree. It's like a fitness degree, and so I've used the same textbook for 4 classes. That doesn't usually happen though in a lot of degree programs. So I mean, if my boyfriend buys all of his books, he doesn't rent any of them. So it just depends on what your preference is. But sell back your textbooks if you know that you're not going to need them again, because then it's literally just like wasted money sitting in your closet or wherever you put them. So yeah, those were my 5 tips I wish I knew before I started college. It would have made life so much easier. But damn, my hair, I like washed my hair today, and my hair's so itchy. No, I don't have lice. I don't. But it's just so itchy. Okay. And it's like change of the season. It's almost winter now. It's great. Yeah. So I wish someone would have told me these things before I started college, because I was a mess my freshman and sophomore year, because I would literally write down everything on the PowerPoint. I never recorded lectures, so I would always like go back and like look at my notes, and I was just confused. Like, also, I guess another thing recording lectures helps for is if you're confused on like the PowerPoint or what the notes even mean, a lot of the times if the professor like recognizes that in the past students have had problems with understanding material, the professor will go in depth about certain things on the PowerPoint. So that's also nice to record lectures for, so you can go back and listen to what they're talking about if it's confusing. Yeah, don't write down everything on the PowerPoint. Sign up for classes when sign up opens. Wait to rent or buy textbooks. Sell back your textbooks if you buy them, if you know you're never going to use them again. If you got, posting schedule. I know I had mentioned this earlier. I don't know if, okay, so like I said in the last video, I go to class all day on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I always kind of figured that posting on Tuesdays and Thursdays would never work, but it might actually work better. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about it because Monday, Wednesday, Friday, like Monday works. Just last week, I posted last week on Monday. Wednesday doesn't really work for me because I always hold off stuff until the last minute, and Friday never works most of the time. Well, I think it depends on what I'm doing, but a lot of the times I like go out and do stuff. So Friday works sometimes, sometimes it doesn't. I'll figure it out. I'll just like post a bunch of different days out of the week and just like see which day works the best. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, yeah. Before I like start rambling and this outro is like 30 minutes long, I'm gonna say bye now because I rambled too much. So I will see you guys in the next video whenever I post. Don't forget, if you liked this video, to hit the like button, subscribe if you don't want to miss any of my videos. My posting schedule sucks, but like, please subscribe. It's really exciting. It's a fun time. And please don't dislike the video because it'll hurt my feelings. Eventually, when there's like a bunch of you, it won't really hurt my feelings and I'm like not into this anymore. But if you dislike the video, just don't say anything. Or don't dislike the video. Please. So yeah, I will see you in the next one whenever I post again. What's today? Monday? We're on like break right now, so posting Monday, Wednesday, Friday might work this week. Next week when I go back to school, maybe not. We'll see. I'm not sure. So you'll just turn on your post notifications and subscribe so you don't actually miss a video because I don't know when I'm gonna post. So that's also another reason for subscribing. Yeah, okay, I need to go before I keep rambling. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Oh my god, I moved the camera. Bye. Bye, okay, I have to go.